Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds with Motorhome Rehab Ranch. Glad to see you. Come on in the motorhome. Let's talk a little bit. Hey guys, while I was out in Utah, I had a lot of you guys call for different reasons, and I had an amazing amount of people calling about this one little wire right here. Yes, if this wire fails, your entire coach turns off. You have no power to the engine electrical system at all. How do you know this goes bad? Go to start your coach and nothing happens. But turn on your headlights. If the headlights don't work, also, it's either one, your battery's dead, or this wire is popped. Now, what is this? This is a fusible link. It's called a fail-safe fusible link. Okay? In a minute, I'm going to go show you in the coach where it is. Look at this. Here's your battery. There's a big 2-gauge wire coming up to your boost solenoid. Generally, it's to the right-hand side of the boost solenoid. And then you've got another 2-gauge wire coming down here to the starter. Okay? The right-hand side is your engine electrical system. The left-hand side of your boost solenoid is your living area electrical system. That's the battery in the back or the second battery or whatever. Okay? We're going to talk right now about the engine electrical system. So your voltage comes from the battery to the boost solenoid. It goes to the starter, high current, and then you can look at your coach. There is a 4-gauge wire going up to the vehicle battery positive. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Now, the vehicle battery positive, okay, you have several wires coming off of that, all right? And one of the wires that you have on the vehicle battery positive coming off of here, running down to the horn relay, is this wire. That's how close it is, right there. What this wire does, current flows through here. It goes to the vehicle battery positive. That's constant power. It goes from here over to the horn relay. Now, from the horn relay, there's two red wires, and I'll show you, on the front of the horn relay, and this wire going over to it. Coming off the horn relay, all the power to the fuse box in the glove box comes right from that terminal. That 7/16 nut on that stud goes right to here. This is a fusible link. It's a thin piece of wire that's designed that if it sees more than about 40 amps, it melts. It's a fuse link. In other words, it's a fuse. If there's too much current going through it, it opens. And when you look at it, this one's bad. It doesn't look bad, doesn't feel bad, but inside it's melted. It will not pass voltage from the vehicle battery positive over to the horn relay and thus to all the circuits in your coach. This is a 50-year-old fuse link. This should be taken out. You should put a heavy gauge fuse holder, an ATC type fuse holder, in other words, the plug-in type fuses, and have a 40 amp fuse in there. That if you have an unusual amount of current drain or something, this is a fail-safe. It will pop that 40 amp fuse before it damages whatever caused it. That's what this is for. This is designed to melt before it hurts anything else, but you wouldn't know about this. You can look at the 40 amp fuse and see it's blown and change it. And believe me, after 50 years, you don't want to have this little wire determine whether you're going to get dinner or not. It's just, this is something that needs to be replaced and retrofitted to something that you can actually use. Now, some people will put a resettable circuit breaker in there. But if there's a problem, you won't know about it. It'll keep turning on and off, on and off, on and off. If you have a short in your fuse box, this is doing its job. It's stopping that other circuit from melting. Well, if you put a fuse in here, and every time you put a fuse in, it blows, you know you have a problem. So as far as diagnostics goes, having a fuse link in there is a little bit of a problem. Having an actually big fuse in there that you can check and replace is a much better deal to do. All right, so listen, come on out here with me. I'm going to show you all this in the coach right now. All right, come on. Here's the horn relay. You know it because there's a 7/16 nut and there's terminals on the front of it. Usually there's two terminals. One goes to the headlight. This one right here goes to the headlight switch, and this one is a fuse holder with a 40 amp fuse in it to protect it. So this right here is your horn relay. This terminal here was up a little bit. This is the vehicle battery positive. And you have a bunch of terminals on here, and one of them will be this going up to here. I took it out and I have a fuse holder in there instead. Now, again, I've changed. If you see here, there's no battery isolator and there's no boost solenoid. Why is that? Well, I'm running this circuit, everything out of one. So vehicle battery positive is my main circuit right there. This goes to the living area electrical system, and I have a fuse for it, a circuit breaker. It'll pop, and then I can reset it. Okay? But from this point on, if you take a voltmeter and you read here, and you don't have voltage here, this is your problem. And the way to fix it is to put in a fuse holder with a 40 amp fuse. Right? Now, while we're in here looking at this, anything coming off this vehicle battery positive should be fused, because this is your supply. Everything coming off a supply needs to have a fuse to that circuit, to that separate circuit. When this comes over to here and this goes to the fuse box, everything is fused. So anything before here needs to have its own fuse on it. That's what all these are for. All right. So, tell you, I had a guy one time that left my shop, got about a mile and a half away, and his motorhome just completely died. He's in the middle of the intersection. The Edgewood police are there going, we got to move this thing. So I jumped in my car real fast, went down there, took a wire with me, pulled it up, said, turn on your headlights. Nothing. I jumped from here to here with a piece of wire, turned them on, headlights come on, fired up, he took off. So if that's ever a problem, don't forget, from here to here is a fusible link, and it could have gone out. All right? All right, so if you do have this problem, you have any other questions, give me a call. If not, carry on, gentlemen. You know what to do.